We have reached the end of 2019 and there are all sorts of new gadgets and goodies that have been coming out, are coming out, but right now I wanted to take you through my camera bag and show you what's been in my bag for the last year that I've fallen in love with, that I've been using, the gadgets and the gizmos that have been working well for me, that have been stored in my bag. Let's check it out. Love this bag. This is the Peak Design 20-liter everyday pack, version 1. Version 2 is now out, but this is what I've been carrying for actually just over a year. So I got it late 2018, been enjoying it quite a bit. It has some features that I love. The space is probably the one drawback. If you're trying to put in like a binder or a full-size notebook, it's hard to fit sometimes just because of the lack of depth to it. And so based on where you have the shelves set, sometimes you run out of room. So for notebooks and things, sometimes that can be difficult. However, I improvised and I got a different notebook. We'll start right here in this top zippered pocket for my MacBook Pro. It's a discrete zipper. It's perfect for the computer, for the laptop. It holds an iPad as well. I don't generally carry an iPad with me. I don't really find a use for one if I have my laptop. Also in it, there's this perfect pocket that probably has many uses, if we're being honest, but right inside of it, I keep my headphones because I always try to have something with a 3.5mm jack, so I keep my Bose headphones. They're wired. Bluetooth headphones don't work great if you are editing videos, and the reason for that is because there's a little bit of a lag, and so I have my Bluetooth headphones in this pack. I'll show you where those are later, but the reason that I keep these is because there is no lag and I can't actually edit properly. So these are great. They don't stay organized real well. They came with a little zippered bag, but I ended up getting rid of that and just keep them. I toss them in here and that works pretty well. The other thing that I keep in here is a Bic Atlantis Exact fine tipped pen, and this pen is perfect. I love it. It writes really well. I am in love with these pens. So this is what I go out of my way to purchase. Make sure that there's one in my bag at all times. If you don't have a Bic Atlantis, you probably need one. Here's the top pocket. Right inside of it, I keep one of my favorite notebooks, what has come to be my favorite notebook, the Code and Quill. And there's a few different models of this. This is the monolith. I keep all of my business stuff in here. So journaling, notes, ideas, brainstorming, talks with a client, I keep in here so that I have it to go back and reference. It's got dots, it's got lines. It's perfect whether I'm drawing and sketching out ideas. This has been really helpful, so I keep this with me for everything. This is the Code and Quill monolith journal and my outdated charger. That's what I keep in this top pocket. It's also got this little tiny pocket that I use for business cards right here. And it's a magnetic pocket. It holds really well, but I always keep business cards in here because they're easily accessible, and that way I can get to them and they stay out of the way. I never have to pass through them unless I'm actually looking for them. Here are the two side pockets. There's one pocket here, there's one pocket here. In this one, this is the one that is accessed with my left hand if I'm wearing my backpack and I need to reach back. Generally, I'll keep like my wallet in here if I'm putting anything in it, but this right hand accessible pocket is perfect because I'm able to reach back, and this is where I store my Bose SoundSport wireless headphones. And I love these. They're fantastic. They stay charged. They hold a charge really long time. They stay in my ears as opposed to a lot of other earbuds that don't actually stay in my ears. But these are great, and they have this perfect pocket. Nothing falls out of it. It's just elastic, but it works really well. Well, this pocket right here, your left, my right, this is where I keep my Sony a7R II, and I keep it on here with the hood and a 50mm Rokinon lens. Absolutely love the way that this pocket fits it. I fold up one shelf out of the way and I have a perfect storage compartment for my camera. It sits in there, it's snug, it doesn't move around, it's perfect. Keep it in here with a base plate to my tripod. It's really easy, nice to have accessible in this outside accessible pocket. I can swing it around, get into it really quickly, really easily. Right inside of this pocket, this zippered pocket, is where I keep my Seagate 5TB hard drive, and keep that. All of my backups are in another hard drive, but right here is where I keep this because I want to be able to have access to everything that I need, client files, personal files, in-house files, whatever it may be. Regardless of what I need to access, I have access to it. I also keep the cable. It's in this super easy zipper and elastic compartment, and so it holds really well, and then I can toss extra things in here. This other side right here, your right, my left, open it up, it looks virtually the same. Right inside of it, I have the shelves tucked away. I keep my Rokinon 14mm lens for shooting inside of houses, buildings, that sort of thing, and keep it. It's got a built-in lens hood, which is fantastic. It's really cool, really burly lens, get some crisp shots. I love the way that it looks. It's very pretty, very elegant. It's just gorgeous. I also keep my Rokinon 24mm, and it is a very small, I wouldn't quite call it a pancake lens, because it's not quite as small as the Canon used to be, but it is fantastic. So for having something that's compact, easy to store, easy to carry with me, and it comes with its own little nifty carrying case. So this is 24mm, and then right inside I can fold down this divider, and I have access to my Peak Design slide light strap that is always great to have, and I pretty much enjoy all of Peak Design's straps. They fold up well, they're easy to take with, easy to remove, and so I tuck that right in there, fold up that divider, can put my lens right there and zip it. However, there's another zipper compartment right here, and inside of it I carry my extra battery pack. Now this is great because it has a really long battery life. Obviously it's pretty big and it's a little bit hefty. However, sometimes it's hard to know if you're going to need it. I haven't actually needed it in the last month, but that being said, I haven't charged it either in the last month, and you can see these dots and it is at full charge. So it's got 3 USB-A's, it's got a USB-C, and then it charges with a USB micro or a micro USB, and then it charges with a micro USB and a USB-C, charges very quickly. It also has a flashlight. I don't really know why you would need a flashlight on your charger, on your extra battery. I've never actually used it, I've just had it with me. But anyway, it's kind of cool, I guess. And it's more interesting for the purpose of a video than anything else. Oh hey, how's it going? I found you because I have a flashlight, so that's cool. Next in here, I keep a multi-cable. I don't even know what this thing is called. I'll find a link to it and put it below, but it has a USB-A, it's got a micro, it's actually got 2 micro USBs, it's got a mini USB and a lightning and a USB-C. And so it's great to have, really convenient, very handy. It keeps all my cables in one place, so I only have to remember this and I don't run the risk of not having the proper cable with me. It also allows you to charge multiple devices at the same time off of the one USB plug. It's a little bit slower, but it does work in a pinch. So that stays in here. I also have some pens, and I just carry these with me. I carry some multicolored Sharpies and a mechanical pencil with me so that I have them in case I decide to get creative, because every once in a while that happens. So I keep these with me in case I need to color code things. I don't know, sometimes I just get bored. I keep a highlighter and a mechanical pencil in there as well, but that's not really that interesting. So whether you are a photographer, a videographer, another sort of creative, you've got a Peak Design pack, you've been wondering what to put in which pockets and what things fit where, you've probably figured that out by now, or maybe you haven't. I don't know, maybe you've been confused by trying to get things organized. And I know for me, I really enjoy having access to things and knowing exactly where things are as soon as I get somewhere. And so I make sure to put everything back in exactly the same spot. Another possibility is that maybe you just have wanted ideas for what to keep in your pack to make sure that you are set to go at any venture, and maybe it's an extra battery pack, a couple of pens, maybe it's that multi-cable, or maybe it's a notebook that you've been looking for. In any case, none of the things that I've talked about in this video are endorsed or paid for. these are all things that I just really enjoy, and I've enjoyed curating the items in this pack to work specifically for me. So some of these things might not work for you, and that's okay. I look forward to 2020 because I have some plans for some upgrades on equipment and some new things to go in here, and I have been eyeballing the version 2 of the Peak Design Everyday Pack. So we'll see where that goes. No promises, no guarantees, but I'm looking at it, and you know, never know what may happen. So anyway, been super excited with this pack, thankful for it. It works really well. Probably the major drawback, if you're looking for cons, the straps, at least on the version 1, tend to slip, and so they slip and slide. Not like a slip and slide like you're running and sliding. Anyway, not like a slip and slide, but they slip and they slide when you're running or when you're just carrying it, and so eventually it will go from snug to loose. And so as long as you carry it in the maxed out position, you'll never have a problem with that. However, every once in a while I need to snug up my pack because I have to run to catch a flight or a train or a bus. I don't know the last time that I've done that, but if I had to catch a train, it would slide, the straps would loosen, and I wouldn't be able to do that. So anyway, hopefully that's helpful. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, any suggestions for me, maybe you know of something that needs to be in my pack that currently isn't, I'm always open to suggestions and new ideas and new products that are being made, because we have some really cool creative people that are creating some amazing products every single day, and they're being released all the time. Well, thanks for watching, and have an incredible rest of 2019.